How is everybody? Welcome, Raphael 7286. One of my first points is to go over is this. It'll come into focus. Give it a second. It'll come into focus. My camera, I am very, very upset at myself. Very upset at myself because I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. Very upset. So here's the focus. Each ace is 4 points. Each king is 3 points. Each queen is 2 points. So when you're looking at basic, the basic is coming into life as Jack. We come into the queen. We come into the king. And the reverse of Jack is the spirit of Jack, the ace, where you get 4 points. Opening suit bids at 0 to 11, pass 12 to 13, optional bid. That becomes the queen and the king. The 14 is 5, the 24 is 6, which gives you the 7th gate, the opening, the cat, and the sun. Between 22 is open optional bid of 2, and you have to remember that Grover Cleveland 22 and Grover Cleveland 24, the reverse flip of the 23rd center C of the piano is right over there, between 22 and 24, right? It's the 24th key. Sorry, the 24th key is the center C. So you're keeping 23 to one side. Yet Grover Cleveland flipped at 24. So we might be running everything backwards instead of forward. 25 or more, talking about the cube. Okay, Monopoly 25 is what surrounds the dead center. 1 and 16. Actually, it's 1 and 8, and then after 8, it becomes 1 and 8 and 12. I'm going to show you what that is. Here is 1. Here is 8, but it's 3, 1, 1, 3, 11 times 11 times 11. And then outside of this, okay, you are going to stroke a 5. Remember, 5, 3, 1 is inside the sun. Right? 5, 3, 1 is inside. You're going to get 5, you're going to get 3, 3, and then you're going to get 5 over here. So in the second dimension, from what was 13 is now 53. And now in the third dimension, or is this the fourth mirror? I'm going to count this as 1, 2, 3. And this one is going to be the completion, which will be the gateway through the moon at 7, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Noting this area over here. So it's this area over here or this area over here, and we're going to get the sun and the moon. The moon is 7 and 5, and the sun is 1, 3, and 5 through the gateway. So if I went into the next dimension, okay, we will now end up with the birth, and it'll be 9, 7, 9. Shom FM, that's the pig's birth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we go to the next one, I'm not going to complete the whole thing. We are going to get 11. And 9, 11 is on this dimension. Here's the 11. Here's the 9. Here's the 9. Here's the 11. And we go one more dimension. We get 13. Over here, we're going to get 11. Over here, I really absolutely don't know, but this becomes 4 and 2, and it talks about the gateway. You see, when we were inside the beginning, it was 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Right? This is 9 on the side. And here, we've started over. North and south has become 2. Where in the next dimension, north and south, east and west have become 2. Let me see, did I get this one right? No, I'd have to stack it up and mark 11 over here. So 9, 11 here, 9, 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Okay, and here we're going to end up with the spirit of creation. This part will be 11, and what it brings to in its next dimension is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. And in this one, it becomes 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. Please note that even when I'm climbing this way, 1, 3, 5, 7, I will connect the link at 66. This is where you pick up the bat. This is where the child comes in. 36 and 12 equals to 48, equals to the sun of Pluto. 48 and 48 equals to the gateway, 87. 4 times 8, 4 plus 8, will equal to 44. And this next one will give me 16 and 8 equals to 2/3 and 1/3. And this is the separation of the gateway. And 2 and 4 is 1/2 of each other. The completion of 1/2. 1/2 of 2/3 and 1/3 tells me that there's a total of 6, 1/3 and 2/3. Do you follow what I'm saying? 4 and 2 is 6. So in order to complete this, I'm going to need another 2 and 4, 6. To get off to the 7th gate over here, I'm going to need 54, the sun, and 64, which is going to create DC. This is where we create the 7th gate. What else does it go with? It goes with the reverse of 3 and 1 again. The reverse of 3 and 1 is 3 and 1. So we can create the 4. We need to create 1, 4, and 7. So to create the 1, we created here. To create the 4, we created here. Okay, and if we crisscross, it becomes 9 and 5. 9 and 5 are the inverted on the cube. The inverted on the cube. Here is your 9. Okay, and 32 is your 5. That's breaking through the sun. 5 and 4 and 2 and 3. And then your 7th gate over here with 13, right? And the odds, remember the odds on this are 9 to 5 if you go to the game of craps. And for $1, you can buy it and get 2 to 1. For $25, you can get 2 to 1 on a 20, I think it's a 20, on a $27 bet. If you bet 30, I think you get 2 to 1 on everything. Anyways, let's not get into these odds. 3 and 1 gives you 64, Zion, Israel, to the birth of man, the age of 13. Okay. Soft 17, soft equals to 19, 15, 34, and FT 20 and 6 equals to 60. It also equals to 51, which is Mars. 2, 4 and 6, 1, 3 and 2, 5, area 51, Mars. When you calculate it this way, 13 by 13 into the moon cycle. Since we had 3 numbers, we would have to divide this, and it would give us 56 by 3 plus 1, 168 plus 1. It's the exact same board as Monopoly, or chopping it up as 84. So we know the 7th gate again comes to number 84. I want to break what this is, the bat mitzvah, the female, okay, the male, in which not only that is the bat mitzvah, but she's at 12. The number for 12, 20, 43, 53, and 63, 64, 65, 75, 80 is equal to 87. If you add 1 up to 12, it equals to 78. So I go 12 by 78, and I need a calculator. Let me see, do I have it near my sock? No. Let me go. 12 times 78 equals to 936. And let me see. Oh, plus, right. Plus we have to, plus this is 6, right? This becomes 7 and 8, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. But this becomes 6. This becomes 3. And its lower ranking, it becomes, sorry, this is 936. And its lower ranking, it becomes this. And its higher ranking, we have to add 90, which gives us 1026. Now, this is going to be hard to explain, but we're in the delta angle of the doghouse in the Venus world at the 7th gate of the half-life spirit. This 6 and 1 is also inverted to 9 and 1. The 02 is also a B letter, and it could be 20, creating the T letter, and that is a gateway in gematria. It is a point. The other, where else am I going to go with this? Yes, so when I add that up, so now what I want to do is I want to go 87 times 12 equals to 1044. Area space, we have the basic of the same number, so this equals to 1044 plus 99 equals to 1143. I'm just thinking what this is supposed to do. I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to drop this. I don't really know. I know when I add it down this way, this equals to area space of the 7th gate of the orange time. This will equal to 8, the heavens of the half-life in the beta world, Venus. 2, Venus. This is showing you that there's a single separation, and in a single separation, in order to create the center, I will have to have an X that goes here, an X that goes here, and an X that goes the center. And the reason for that is when I create the point, I cannot create a point. So I must create a right point, and then I must create a left point to this. By creating a left point and a right point, okay, I end up, when you create that eye of Horus, let me see if I got this. Did I get this right? Zinging to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. I don't know if I got that right. Something seems to be a slight bit off. I don't know where it is, but this is an obligation, and I'll end up with one and then one on each side, the same way bowling is set up. If you take a look, there's a number 52. And where did I get this? I hope I can find it here. I lost the letter. Maybe I can find it here and show you. Yes, it's right here. I found it. Whoop. It's right here. It's right here. You see that piece in the center over here where the R is? See, I'm finishing as a C. It looks like a G, right? I'm not really sure if you can figure that out to be a C or a G, just one part of the letter going this way. See the way it looks like a C this way? So anyways, I'm just looking through some of this stuff, and that's where I pick up what this is. But you can see inside the numeric value to create this is number 52. It also creates the T letter as another gateway inside the ace. Where else can I go with that? 90 minutes is an hour and a half. Mars equals to the 9 birth. Okay, let me see what this is. The serpent or servant of Eve, the addictive compulsiveness polarity of chaos. Accidents will happen. Solid, real, and few. So for the solidness of the knowledge and your addictive reality of the polarity, okay, makes Eve go out on the limb, okay, and take a chance. In Rubik's Cube, in which over here, I want to start with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, but I want to have it go all the way to 12, just like in roulette. So I go 4 rows, and I end up in J. So once I end up in J, okay, I must start over again. H, I, J. Now, where is K? H, I, J. Okay, I thought I made a mistake in this equation. See, I'm going to 12, and then I'm J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and this is what my alphabet looks like when I'm running around to 12. One of the reasons I don't go to 13, that starts a new section of 12 letters in the alphabet. So this is where it ends, and the value of these letters are all 3s. Although they're not 3s in the real alphabet, this is a 12, this is a 24, and this is J10. This would be 3, 6, and 1. This would be in the 2 area. It would be 9, 5, and 2. This is in the 1 area, where it'll be 1, 4, and 8, 2, 9, and 5, 3, 6, and 1. This is one sort of equation into Rubik's. Something that I wanted to show for the pyramid here is that instead of opening this up here at 120 degrees each, right, which is the skeleton, I'm going to open it up to what is the day at 144. 1,440 minutes in the day. I open it to 144 degrees, leaving me with 108 and 108. Because this way it's 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. Do you follow why I'm saying 3 and 1? Because it's 3 parts in 1 part. It's the DC world where everything works in 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. So if the chicken starts to lay funny, you'll understand that she's laying a different system. The other thing about this is now when I flip it upside down and I split the 144, I end up with 2 parts of 720. Now here's my 108, here's my 108. Now I have to split it this way at the 144. So I'm supposed to end up with 144 over here, but now I've done the same thing inverted and I've split these two in half. Now I don't remember, or it's not that I don't remember, I didn't calculate, I'm not sure how to calculate these two Aryan halves, which could be 54, 54, 54, 54, talking everything to do with the sun. But when this is split over here to this area, do you follow me with this? Eventually, this should have been 108 degrees. So somebody who knows can help me calculate this, or maybe I'm going to do it in another video when I figure that out. So we did this, we did that, we did the ace thing. The Bat's Mitzvah, okay? It's where are you? I'm on the moon, man on the moon, the 169 moons. The at sign. The at sign is where? The at sign is telling me about 2. The 9 lives of the cat is telling me about 3. The exclamation point is, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the doghouse at the gateway. Because on the telephone, they removed the Q and the Z, you notice, above and below, and they placed it on the number 1 key. The 4 is the dollar sign, the Mars payout. The percentage sign changes inside of Jupiter. The hat, which means the division of the gate of 6, and means this and that. This and that. This and that. And I'm not really sure what that is, but it's 51 at Mars. The 8 is the star system, but we never use all 8. We'll use 6 as 8. You see the way this is the core, and it spins all around the heavens, and the birth is what is born in between of the delta angle birth. Your 7 is here, your 9 is here, your 2 is here, your 4 is here. 9, 7, 9, 2, 4. 7, 9, 11, 13. And then we take it down this way, and then we take it down this way, where it's 5, 3, and 1. And what's in between here? In between 1 and 3 will be 2. In between 3 and 5 will be, here will be 2, here will be 4, and in between 5 and 7 will be 6. So you have it along here, plus you have it going up here. So how do you figure this out? Now I know I don't have it even, but sorry, this 5 goes here in the same row as the 9. So when you flip over 5 to the same row as the 9, you end up with a 9. So if you end up doing this over here, and you end up with a 9, you turn it over and you end up with a 5. You can't deny it. Also, in roulette, okay, this is 14, this is 23. Okay, gotta go. Can I say the word, I want to fire you? I want to fire you. You're fired. I should fire you. I should fire you. You're fired. So why would you terminate somebody with fire as separation? Understanding where we put ed, where the reverse of ed, okay, would be V for E and W for D. So the VW comes together as something of the past. So we have the fed the animals to feed the animals. So we don't need to exert ourselves. We remove one E, one extra E, one extra O, a double T. Just going over a few things from the weekend. What is this? This is a base alphabet. Just give me a second. I'm going to explain to you. I always create equations for a better understanding. Here we go, A, B, C, D. I end it with the center dot of E. I can start A, right? I can start this with going A in the center. I can go A or E in the center, which I can shift. And if I'm going to shift, okay, I'm going to go A to D, or I'm going to go B to E in this house. So if I go this one, it becomes the E house. If I go this one, it becomes the A house. Bead. And now in the next house, okay, we're going to go to F. So we go F, G, H, I. So we can go F, G, H, I. We end with J, which is going to take up this area over here. And this area over here is where AE comes in. It's like tiles in a room. Imagine there's 3 tiles. You notice in this one, you're either going to take it this way or this way. I can chop it this way if I want, and I can also draw it this way because I have to follow the obligations of drawing on these lines. Everything has to do, when you're going in between lines, the way I think that gematria might go, I'm working gematria this way. Okay, this is my 1 square, then I do it with 4 squares, but that's not the question. The thing is, I'm not going down, right? But when I do the gematria with 4 squares, this is 1, this is 3. To connect 1 and 3, I need 2. So you can say I went up, I went over, I went up, I went over. So there's a different way of going up, and you can see the staircase of 8 that comes in here. But I'm not coming here to talk about the movement, right? And not only that, if we went to -1 and +1, okay, it would be here and here. -1, +1. And then we go down over here, and it would be the same thing, because I don't want to get into that either, okay? I don't want to get into that either, okay? Let's leave that out. So over here, we would go F, G, H, I, so this would end in the J house, okay? Or we call it the the F house, and we would start this one, and we would go G over to J, okay? Or we would go F over to I. In this situation, okay, it is the J house. In this situation over here, it is the F house. Do you follow what I'm saying? Right? I either get to put this letter or that letter in there. And one of the things about that to be understood, and I'm going to show you this in ABC formation, A, B, C, D. When you show this formation, if I create a 4 block, my continuation formation is going to be B, A, D, C, and then my inverted formation for this equation is going to, and they rotate. There's many other blocks that are going to do the same thing as this. So we're going to do this, and they all get the D's and C and CD and A, B, B, A, and your ACCA, your ACDC. ABB, AC, 1 difference going this way, 1 separation difference going this way. Do you follow what I'm saying? And then in the next cube, if I would put a cube over here, see that's A, I would have to put A over here. That means B goes over here. And since C is below A and below that is D, so now I would know what I would be putting over here. Okay, would also be A, B, D, and C. And then in between over here, I would have a mixed formation. So the question would be, I would split it again, and this would be A, B, C. Is that what it is? A, B, A over C, and then D. And then this one would be C and then D, and then this one would be A and then B. And then we would continue on, and we would be able to go all around. And if you notice, you have 4 D's here. You'll have to split it up as A, B, and then you're going to go over here. Or it might stay open. I'm not sure if this will come together. A, B, and then you'll have C, and then D, and then you'd have it over here. And I'm just trying to see. And when we finish it off, this is going to be B, A, B, D, C, C, D, A, B, C, D, C, D, A, B, A, B, B, A, B. Did I get that right? B, D, C, C, D, D, C, D, C. Okay, and so if you notice, we're going to get, I'm going to just do this for you to make it easy. If I did this right, we're going to get 4 A's over here. And then I'm just going to circle it. I'm going to get 4 D's inside of here. Okay, I'm going to get 4 A's over here. I'm going to get 4 A's over here, and I'm going to get 4 A's over here. And in between, right, between this side and this side, I'm going to get 4 C's on each of these sides, creating what creates the H letter. I can turn it this way, or I can leave it all in its own. I'm going to try to use a color that won't be too fadey. And over here, I got 4 B's and 4 B's. So the center core of this is going to be 16. Then I'm going to have 8, and then I'm going to have 8. Then I'm going to have 12 and 12. So what I understand from this, here I'm going to have 4, 4, 4, and 4. So what this is going to turn out to is going to be 4, 8, 4, 3, 7, 3, 4, 8, 4. So you're going to have 4, 8 equals to 16, and this equals to 13, and this equals to 16. 4, 11, and this equals to 15, 11, 16, 23, 4, 8, 11. In fact, this is all 11s, 23rd hour. This is a gateway. This will create the cube. This is Pluto. This is to buy and to sell. This is the runner of the cycle. This is the purple world, because in pool, 4 and 12 are purple. The 16 balls in pool to the 7th gate of DC. The inverted of these numbers, in fact, this is 4, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 4 on each side. 11 divided by 11. 16, the total of this is 16. Sorry, let's do it this way. The total of this equals to 16 equals to 40, and this equals to 16. This equals to a total of 72, and that's the basic game of the alphabet. But there's more inside of this. I'd have to continue. When we come out to these corners over here, what will happen is D will be here, and D will be here, and D will be here, and D will be here. And what we will have is we will have 16, 16, 16, and 16 equals to 16, and 16 is 32, and 16 is 48, and 16, wow, there's too much, I'm using up too much space, but this will be 48 plus 16 equals to 64. 64 reverse is man on the moon. The reason for that, it's at the 7th gate. The reverse of the cube of 64 is 1 and 3. And 1 and 3 is man, and it also gives you 2 to 1, igniting 2 more moons. The reason for this is the corner will always dictate what's next. So we're going to have D here, and D here. So it's 1 will connect to 3, 1 will connect to 3, 1 will connect to 3. Inside is 4. So in this world, what's going to happen is on the inside, we have the 4 areas. Then we have, the question is, are we going to duplicate and go this way, 1, 2 above, and on the other, or will we take it this way and just do 1 rim at a time? Will we run it this way, then this way? Or anyways, just let's run it this way. It's going to be easier. So here we have 2 by 2, or we have a total of 4. Here we have 4, 2, 4, 2. We've done this already, okay? Maybe in the same video where I did it here, and now I'm doing it here. But in here I went 1, and then there are 8 to go around, but 3 above and 3 below, and then 1 in between. It could also be done the other way. Also, we're only doing it one way right now. So here I'm going to do it with the 4. NA is 1 and 4 box. The 1 box and the singular box and the 4 boxes that come together. 4 and 1 box. I forget where I found the totality of some of these things, but they're in my videos where I found 1 and 4. And 1 and 4 is coming back to the beginning. You start here at A. You go from D to A to B. No, sorry. You go from C to B to A to C, right? But look at this. A, B, C, D, E, F, 63, 52, 41. (989) is the basic answer for a standing creation of 3. Anyways, there's 4, and then there's 424, and then around this, okay, and that 424, by the way, becomes 4 and then 12 inside of this formation, and that's purple. The purple ball and pull is exactly this, and it is DC. It is between the red and the blue. And the next one, okay, is going to be 6, and it's easy to count. There's 6 here. That means 4 in between. That is 4 in between. The reverse of this is 11, which is Yo the student. The reverse of that is going to be 1 and 1. Sorry, it's 2. It's 2. It's 1/6 of the Venus worlds, and here it's the divided gates. 44 area space. 4, 4, and 4. 4, 4, and 4. Area space, day and night. Area space, day and night. I'm not sure if everything's being divided this way. But in this one, at least you can get in a 6. Never 8. 8 is everything, and you can't have everything. You have to have at least 1 less than everything. And then the next line on the outside, okay, the dividing gates between 6 and 8, this one is going to be 8. Now, how much area space do these get? Because this is 6, this is 8. This is not a very big area space, so we have to understand what the separation is. So once we get 8 here and 8 here, right, we're going to get 6 here and 6 here. So the house between 68, the house planet, shows you that here are the bookends, and here's where you play inside the 7th gate. And the 7th gate is right over here between 2 and 4 at 3.5, and that's what the cube is all about. At the same time, you would use up this area space of 9, this area space of 9. Whoop, I just lost my pen on the floor. This area, this area of 9, right? There's this area of 9. There's this area of 9. There's this area of 9. And there's this area of 9. So we can show a block that does not move, that can turn this way, and it can be a 4 block. If you want to call a 4 block Rubik's, I don't know. So in a 4 block, okay, our first question, if they were all 9s, 1, 2, 3, 4. But each cube would mean I have 4 cubes in the front and I got 4 cubes in the back. So I would have a total of 8 cubes. Now, the total of 8 cubes, every cube is a 6. 8 by 6 is 48 sides. Every cube has 6 sides, okay, by 9 dots equals to 54 times 8 cubes equals to 432, and that's your vibration, is your 4-block cube inside of the 9 spaces of Rubik's Cube. These are my singular blocks of Rubik's Cube. But when I go to put the entire Rubik's Cube together, okay, and I did a double block inside of here. I said times 8, maybe because I'm in 2 cubes, because I don't think I can get, this would be a block of 4 and 4. Yes, it would be a block of 8, but a regular block, sorry, a regular block, right, okay, a regular block would be 27. The Rubik's Cube block, Rubik's Cube is 27. Rubik's is 26 plus 1 area
void. And it's void because there's no color. We can't see any of the colors on its dead center. Now this one, okay, is not 4 because 4 of them would be rectangular. We need it square. So we have to put 4 in the front and 4 in the back to create the irregular. So we got 8 in a block. Since we have 8 in a block, we have 9 to a face. We have 6 faces. Times 9 times 6 equals to 54. The numeric value for sun is 54. The 3 letters at 27 value per letter equals to 81. The leftover is 27 because it's the Venus gates and the red sun. When you have 8 times 5 is 432, we're running it into our vibration, and our vibration is to the inversion of 345. 3.5 is the center. Ho, 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 in rotation. So when we're running to this, now when we run this, okay, to be broken up to a 4 face, this is broken up to a 9 face. I'm talking more about the whole Rubik's Cube, so that when I should multiply, okay, 6 and never more than 6 by 4320 times 6, you would end up with 25,920 of the Mayan long count. 6 times 432. So that's another piece. Here's another piece. There was one other piece I wanted to mention. I think I mentioned it before. It was this piece over here. Although 3 times 120 is 360, I think the opening inside the pyramids are different to each one, and showing up of 144 to an open face of 108 and 108 in the pyramid. I'm going to mark that at 36 numbers. Remember, it's this way, it's that way, it's this way. To each their own perception. The flag, we have 1 corner and then 2. Here's the single area. Here's the 4. Here's the 9. Free dome reset. What happens is A to M is the first 13 letters, the last 13 letters. America and New Zealand. Now you go one after the 13th letter, and you go one after the 13th letter to tie them in, just like the ace in poker is both above and below. Now what you do is you use the first 13 letters, and you go one below, and then you use the last 13 letters. You were supposed to go one above. It should have been on N. Should have been N through Z. Would be the end letters. Right now I'm looking for the A and N. Remember 4 and 1, how it comes together? This happens to be a goat. When you see this together, it's a chèvre. Eve, understanding Eve and the snakes. This is the Monopoly board. I'll get back to it. This is a corner, and the corner usually owns a minimum of 1 property, or the entire property is this big for a building on each corner. Very big building on each corner. The train tracks own properties next to it, automatic. And the corners own the entire corner, making it a 16, 16, 16, 48, 64 block to the corners. And 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 24. 64 and 24 is 89. And the 1 berth in the center is for 90, but we're not going to count that. It's 4 and 2 again for the gateway. The glasses. I have to look at that. Two moons equal to what is energy? I'm going to look at right now, remember 88, 8 and 8 equals to 7, and 8 times 8, 8 plus 8, although it equals to 8 and 8 is 64, and 16, although this equals to what is Q as the 7th gate, also noted as a continuation from here and here will both reach number 17, is that 8 goes back to be what 8 is. But 8 and 8 will always equal to 16, will equal to 7, and 9 and 8 is what creates it. This one here will create 9 and 8. The other one will create 7 and 10. 7, 8, 9, 24 plus 1. Talks about the center of the cube because of the one center dot. Anyways, I'm tired and I do not have, let's eliminate what I just said, see it in my own mind. Thank you for watching this video. Remember endings in ED, words that end in ES. The shortest word that ends in ES, yes. And thanks for watching.